Hello, Flimsy Lunch Tray here, back again in Big Hunt, but this time in Heracles. I think last week I called the Heracles Hercules. That's the Heracles. So for some reason have just now caught that. So I'm going to go over this specific ship build first as we get started off here. And with the main armament, I have the Hestia Wavecaster. So it emits narrow waves, which works fantastic, as you can kind of see it already at work against the Fang Blade there. I take the stock secondaries that come with the Labries laser, emits long-range sub-caliber beams in automatic mode, because I like being able to hit targets up to, I think it's 8 kilometers away, versus the shorter ranged secondary armaments. And then we have the hull. We have the, I'm sure I choose the right one. Yeah, the RS reinforced hull, which increases the ship's maximum HP. As you can see, we're at 120,000 HP right now with the red collar. And then the consumables that we have taken the Hecate Special Module. And this basically has the scourging or scrounging zone. So that regenerates 500 HP per second for your ship, and you get 500 HP from each enemy ship located within a 5-kilometer radius. And this has an action time of 25 seconds and a reload time of 60 seconds, unless you use some buffs after killing some enemies. And then the secondary is the circular wave for the ship's consumables, which just emits a circular wave that damages enemy ships around you. The wave can destroy passing enemy torpedoes and neutralize same type waves. So the time of this is 60 seconds and action time is 1 second, but it just emits around your ship very slowly. So this has been my favorite build thus far until I upgraded fully and now have a more stealth build, which I think I'll try to feature that in another video. So this setup of this ship, I want to talk about how it interacts with the other ships in the game, particularly the Gale, because these waves, wave-based armament that you're seeing, if there's a torpedo that gets caught in this wave, it automatically disarms it and stops it, diffuses the weapon. And the same as with the circular wave, if there's a destroyer trying to make a torpedo run on you, then all you have to do is emit that circular wave, and all of a sudden all of his torpedoes, they cease to exist. So this setup is a very good ship to combat the Gale. If I know someone has this type of build and I'm in the Gale, I tend not to mess with them. I usually actually end up trying to keep my distance. I'll try to focus on a different target. But if I see that they have the laser, like that red laser that charges up, and then they have a different build without this circular wave, then I might engage them. But I'm very selective in how I combat against the Heracles and when I'm in Gale, because if you're in a division, let's say you're in a Gale, you have a friend in a Valkyrie, another one in a Gale, and you're going up a division of Heracles, then you're in trouble. That's not a good fight to pick, especially depending on the type of consumable builds that your teammates have. So, as you can see here, I'm trying to invite this one person to join. Doesn't look like they're going to respond. And focusing on damage. So when I was playing this battle, I was focusing on kills to get the 2 super containers that you can get from the last of the 4 combat missions, which is like 175 destroyed ribbons, and then you get 2 super containers, which I just got last night as we record this, and we got 50 Leviathan flags and 1,000 doubloons. So I was pretty happy. Okay. So moving on up. So again, I'm always focusing on speed, tempo of moving through the match, and getting to this key area before other players get to it, even though I am in not the fastest maneuverable setup for the Heracles. So the wave-based armament has a distance, firing range of 10 kilometers. So that's really nice. But I mean, it helps more. Like the laser base that charges up is like 13 kilometers, so that's nice. But you have to really get a good feel for it to be accurate when hitting your targets. So this build of the Heracles is, I would call it the brawling build of the ship. I have it's the stealth build is what I like to call it. Let's see if I can remember the name of what that is. So I have it saved here. The Minos Special Module, and that gives you a U-turn ship's consumable, so your ship can do a 180-degree turn to quickly escape from danger, which is hysterical, and I think it's so meme-worthy. And then you get a covert repair, and that reduces the detectability of your ship, and also regenerates a part of your ship's HP until your ship is detected again. And the action time of that is 30 seconds, and if you are not set on fire, like your detectability range, while that is activated for 30 seconds is 2 kilometers. And if you're on fire, it's like 2.8 or 3 something. So that's a pretty meme build, so we'll hopefully have another video on that. But we're focusing on this build, and this build is the build I would say if you want to get damage, if you want to get the most kills with the Heracles setup. For me, this is what's worked the best so far, because the scrounging zone and the circular wave are also both additional weaponry besides your secondary armaments and your wave-based. I don't even what they even call it. Your main armament is what I want to say. Where on the other build with the Minos Special consumable that you get, that's for health, and that is for getting out of danger. So that's more of a long range. It's not a brawling, get up in your face kind of build. Alright, so we do have another member here with us that you joined in our division. And it's been a couple days since I've had this battle, and I believe it is this gentleman here with me. Yes, I believe it is this gentleman here. We're gonna have a rockin' hardcore time. we would compliment each other if we could, but you can't. So if you're watching this, shout out to you, man, for a good time and battling with you. So I'm pretty sure it's you that I'm divisioned up with right now. Alright, so we see this white bear gamer in the distance, and neither myself or TB8331 has any keys. So we're mostly kind of focusing on getting keys or damage and kills specifically. But for us, if we get the key, then that means we're going to get more battle points at the end of the battle. So this Valkyrie kind of popped up out of nowhere. And this is the same guy I'd asked to join the division earlier, and he didn't. And you can see how much damage the main armament does with these waves when you're dealing with a ship that's broadside. The Valkyrie, the Gale, like, you can see this, like, within, what, 10, 12 seconds, we've almost gone down to death. So very good, and we're going to finish him off very quickly and get ourselves some more buffs. And then we see this player here has the key. There's nothing else better to shoot at right now, so we're just going to keep harassing him. But yeah, it is the guy that's with me, TB8331, who we have a good time with. So you can see we're having a lot of fun chatting, so it is good times with comrade. Alright, so we have this Valkyrie kind of sitting still in the distance. I'm not sure what's going on there. So it's nice too because of the consumable setup we have. He has the heal, and he also has the speed, which works really well together, that we can really work off each other in that manner. Especially when we need the speed boost to move more quickly with as large as these ships are. And our Valkyrie player is still too far away, so we're just going to try to focus on taking out this what appears to be AFK player. Yeah. But we didn't get the kill, unfortunately. And on our port, looks like there's a division of 3 players. Yeah, 2 of them have keys.
Affirmative.
Yeah, so we're gonna fire these to hopefully help prevent any damage taken by those waves. And that's when this Heracles pops right up in front of us, and he sends us an invite, but no. It's on death's door, so we're just gonna go ahead and try to finish him. And so we're gonna emit our circular wave, so we don't take damage from that, as they cancel each other out. And again, we don't get the kill. And our circular wave has also helped us not to take any damage from the Heracles behind us. I hope I'm saying that right.
The ship is on fire.
Because with these wave-based armaments, you take a lot less damage if you're either facing into those waves or facing away directly. Because there's less surface area of the ship for that to do damage to you. So it's really good if you can not be broadside, but just angled or just straight, facing towards or facing away from those armaments like that. I particularly like the faster main armament here because there's another option where you can choose where it's a very slow but very wide range, which is hard for the enemies to avoid. But I like the speed of my main armament getting there quickly so I can secure the kill, since that's what I'm focusing on now, presently at this time, for those super containers. So we're going to move back in on the White Bear Gamer here. Looks like a nice side shot here. Yeah, almost 8,500 damage. And that's when he smacks the boost. And the thing about, if you're playing the Valkyrie and you use the boost, try to set your course where you're not going to run into an island and then slap the boost. Because the more that you use your steering, maneuvering, like you pressing the AD key. Oh my gosh, I can't remember that. The AD key. While you have that speed boost engaged, it's going to actually slow you down. You're not going to get the full benefit out of the engine boost. So, set a course like straight and then slap it, and then you can get going. Especially with the hull upgrade that gives you the most maneuverability and speed. You can be pushing what's like over 120 knots. So again, having friendly chat with comrade here. So now, and as I'm looking at the replay, the timer up in the top, you can't actually tell how much time we have left. But it's getting close. We needed to get to the portal ASAP, as he's being so kind to let me take the portal key for us to get out of here. And yeah, so we're going to try to head up north as quickly as possible here. So we'll see if we make it in time. Because I think, if I have this correctly, it's like a minute 40 left on the clock. So I'm getting my ship set in a straight course. I'm not gonna mess with the AD key. Is that what it was? And you can see that he's actually used his engine boost consumable, so that's really helping in taking off, as I'm already pushing almost 100 knots, or 95 knots, which is fantastic. So complementing each other. As he says, he's happy to get teammates that don't turn on them once they get a key, which I definitely concur. I mean, of course, this game mode is set up where you can betray. It's the nature of the game. But it's nice to just enjoy some time with some good players. Alright, so 44 seconds on the clock. I'm not sure if we're going to make it at this point. If we do, it's going to be really close. As you can see, the other players are just focusing on getting damage at the portal, which is really good to do right before you jump in, so you get more damage, you get more kills. But I think he's a little uncertain and realizing how much time's left on the clock. So right now I'm just pedal to the metal, trying not to maneuver the ship, steer it in any different direction. And yeah, 1 second. And you can see both of them didn't get out, these two enemy players either. Okay, it's not. Okay, it's almost there. That's weird that the time messes up on these replays. So I think it's right as I get almost to the portal is when the time runs out. And that's just gonna send us to the polygon, unfortunately. Yep, there we go. So sadly we didn't make it. However, we're gonna have a really good time in the polygon with each other. So it's 2 versus 2. Each of us are on our own team, so we're gonna focus fire here, as we're saying, let's kick their butts. So I want to get this island between me and the player on my right. So we're gonna focus on trying to take out this Valkyrie here. As a teammate spawns that heal, fantastic, great teamwork. And so I'm just trying to get both my main guns on him to take him out. I'm not really concerned about the player on my right now. And that's when the Valkyrie player uses the invincibility, basically really just limits how much damage they can take. So the thing about the polygon, it's roughly, yeah, I mean when you're looking on the mini-map, it's like here you'd like to end the battle by and being in the center. Because if you get outside this zone that keeps shrinking in, it does damage to you. I was hoping to do a battle about how to win in polygon if you get sent there, but I've not been sent there too much. And the event's almost over, and I think everyone just knows live, be the last player. It's helpful. So we're going to keep working over this Valkyrie player. So he's almost dead. I'm trying to kill him before he might ram my clanmate here. Or clanmate. My division mate. Trying to swing the rear turret around. Okay. He gets him right before he gets the ram, and now it's this last player here. Because I've got my heal going with the scrounging zone. And now I just need to get turned around so I can get eyes on him. Now, we can see that we have maximum battle points at the top of the screen, and if you're the last player, then it's like you got a portal key, that you're going to get double whatever battle points you have. So that's nice. In helping you win. And this is when this dude says he's just gonna ram. Like, that is just such a sweet thing. Yeah, so again, shout out to you, TB8 331. Had a great time playing with you. And yeah, just really appreciate the good times and the laughs and the teamwork, as you're a very proficient player when it comes to teamwork. So, let's go look at post-battle results. So, as you can see, we ended with over 960,000 damage. When I took the screenshot, didn't realize I had these spotted ribbons highlighted, so I can't quite tell how many incapacitations we had. I think it's like 2 or 3 or something like that. 9 destroyed and 270 secondary hits. So, we were the sole survivor, so that we received the due amount of battle points. So, I've enjoyed playing the Heracles more than I thought, because I really like playing the Gale. The Heracles has been a very good ship, especially if you go with this more brawl build. And then the other build, which I think I'll try to highlight, it might be after the event's already over, the more stealth build, which is totally meme worthy, especially when you can go stealth. You could be going one direction and then use the 180-degree turn and start going the opposite direction. And then next time the enemy player sees you, you're in a completely different spot than what they thought you were in. That's really funny. So, if you enjoyed today's battle, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you have already subscribed, thanks so much, as we look to bring you more awesome content here on the Flimsy Lunch Tray channel. So, until next time, take care.